In the year 48 BC, the Eternal City stood at the crossroads of history. The streets of Rome were alive with the sound of chariots, merchants calling out their wares, and the clamor of the Senate. Yet beneath the grandeur and wealth of Rome, a storm was brewing, a storm that would shake the foundations of the empire. Marcus Valerius, a young Roman officer with a sharp mind and a heart full of ambition, found himself at the center of this storm. The Senate, once a symbol of Rome's power, was divided. On one side, the powerful senator Pompey Magnus, a man whose name was synonymous with military victory and political influence. On the other, Gaius Julius Caesar, a general whose fame had eclipsed that of all others and whose ambition had set him on a dangerous path to absolute power. For years, the two men had fought side by side against Rome's enemies. But the time had come for them to turn their swords against each other. Marcus was torn. He had fought alongside Pompey, admired his strength and resolve. Yet there was something about Caesar that intrigued him. His vision for Rome seemed grander, his speeches more captivating, his leadership inspiring. Caesar had always been a man of the people, a leader who would bring Rome back to its glory. Pompey, on the other hand, was a man of tradition, of the Senate, of Rome's old ways. The choice between them was not an easy one, and Marcus felt the weight of history pressing down on him. As the conflict between Pompey and Caesar intensified, Marcus received orders to join the legions loyal to Pompey. The city was on edge, whispers of betrayal and war filling the air. Marcus knew that once he donned his armor and raised his sword, there would be no turning back. The Battle of Pharsalus was said to be the clash that would decide the fate of Rome. Caesar's legions, though smaller in number, were known for their discipline and innovation. Pompey's army, however, was vast and well-equipped, a testament to the might of Rome's traditions. The two armies met on the plains of Greece, where the destiny of the Roman Republic would be decided. As the battle raged, Marcus fought valiantly at the front lines, his sword striking down enemies with precision. But as the dust of the battlefield began to settle, he saw something that would change him forever. Pompey's army was faltering. Caesar's legions, with their relentless assault, began to break through the lines. It was then that Marcus made his choice. In a moment of clarity, he saw that the Rome he loved, the republic that had once been a beacon of justice and power, was slipping away. The Senate, with its endless bickering, was no longer the heart of the empire. Caesar's vision, though controversial, was the future. With a heavy heart, Marcus turned his back on his former general and rushed to Caesar's side. The battle ended in a decisive victory for Caesar. Pompey, once the great general of Rome, fled to Egypt, where he would meet his tragic end. Caesar's rise to power was now unstoppable, and the Roman Republic, for all its glory and tradition, began its inevitable transformation into an empire. But for Marcus, the victory was bittersweet. As he stood at Caesar's side, watching the legions march through the gates of Rome, he couldn't shake the feeling that the republic he had fought for, the Rome of the Senate, of freedom and of justice, was lost forever. The rise of Caesar marked the end of an era, the beginning of the Roman Empire, and the fall of the ideals that had once made Rome great. And so, the eternal empire rose. The world would remember the name of Caesar, the man who conquered not only Rome's enemies, but also its very soul. Yet, for those who lived through the transition, like Marcus Valerius, the memory of the Republic and the price of its fall would never be forgotten.
Soldiers, we move at dawn. Prepare for battle. You may have won this battle, but you will never break our spirit.
Murad is dead! Allahu Akbar!
We must consider all options.
The implications are far-reaching.
Indeed, we cannot afford to fail.
For Lazar!